All right, let's get to the number 2 team, the Philadelphia Eagles. To me, this is similar as the Cowboys, right? Similar to the Cowboys, where they used to be higher, they used to be even better. They're still here near the top, but they're one more replacement, right? Last year it was at guard, losing Isaac Seumalo. This year it's Jason Kelce retiring, and the same guy is going to replace him. It's Cam Jurgens moving from guard to center. So now you have the 3 out of 5, Jordan Mailata at left tackle, Lane Johnson at right tackle, Landon Dickerson at left guard. Feeling really good about those guys, especially the tackles. But 2 question marks now. Cam Jurgens moving to center and Tyler Steen likely stepping in at right guard. Still a very good offensive line, but with 1 extra question mark now compared to last year.
Yeah, I mean, this was the best offensive line in the NFL for a couple of years. They were pillar to post, I think, maybe 2 years in a row, pillar to post, the best offensive line in the NFL. Like, they started off preseason offensive line rankings number 1 every single week, offensive line ranking number 1, and then finished the year offensive line ranking number 1. But more turnover this year. And obviously, it doesn't get more significant than losing, a future Hall of Fame center in Jason Kelce and trying to replace a player that good. That's a massive question mark. Now, Cam Jurgens steps in there after playing right guard last year. You look at his grade and it's average at best, but Cam Jurgens was drafted to be Jason Kelce's replacement, right? He's almost a Kelce clone in terms of that sort of undersized center, lighter than you like, athletic, very mobile. And that it's not, right guard is not his position. Like, his position was center, but obviously you're not going to unseat Jason Kelce to get him playing time. This is when we're going to find out what Cam Jurgens actually is. Theoretically, it should be better than he was at right guard, but there's a lot of space between, a 61 grade and the kind of 90 grade that Jason Kelce is clocking in year after year after year. I would expect him to split that difference somewhere, but who knows where, right? Does he come in at 70, 75, 80, whatever? That's an unknown. And then Tyler Steen, at right guard, the other unknown. The other 3 spots, though, Lane Johnson might be the best right tackle in the NFL and has been for years. Nobody has a tougher assignment than him on a per snap basis. The dude never gets help. The line is consistently sliding in the other direction. He's just left on an island to take care of his job and always does. And then Jordan Mailata has become a really, really top-tier left tackle as well. And then Landon Dickerson is a really good player at left guard. So 3 out of the 5 spots locked in, rock solid. The 4th, question mark, but I think probably ends up reasonably well. I think, if anything, the loss of Kelce will be felt the most in the organizational part of it. That the veteran presence, just understanding, having been there for so many years. Like, now you're going to start to get an idea of how many things a center has to take care of in the NFL when he's not there. That's probably where it gets felt more than like the down-to-down blocking of what he does. And then you've got 1 out of the 5 spots potentially being, a real question mark.
I think you did a good job summing a lot of that up. The other name I just want to throw out there is the 3rd offensive tackle being Mekhi Becton, former first rounder who's dealt with injury issues, but still played over 1,000 snaps last year. Never really lived up to his potential as, the number 11 overall pick, 6'7", 360, had that really special combine. But again, injuries. And you're going to Philadelphia where, look, they don't hit on every single offensive lineman, right? They drafted Andre Dillard and let him walk as a former first rounder. But Becton, with his size and potential as their 3rd offensive tackle, some future Lane Johnson insurance, maybe a right tackle, I think he's just another intriguing name to add to the mix where, again, I already think they'll be one of the best offensive lines, and at least 4 out of those 5 spots will look good. But I think OT3 has potential with Mekhi Becton there as well.
I mean, it's a great reclamation project for them, right? They have one of those difference-making, needle-moving offensive line coaches. So I'm all for like, nobody ever doubted Mekhi Becton's talent. It's just injuries really took it, and maybe he'll never become anything because of it. But I'm all for giving, a guy like Stoutman somebody like Mekhi Becton. I mean, there are comparables, right, between the ball of clay that Jordan Mailata was when he rocked up and Mekhi Becton. Very different reasons, but he turned Jordan Mailata from a rugby player into a Pro Bowl caliber left tackle in very short order. I mean, Mekhi Becton was a first-round draft pick because of those physical tools injuries have really taken a hammer to his NFL career. But, here you go, Jeff. Have at it. Go to work.